Hello everybody, welcome to Go Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Thank you guys so much for all your beautiful comments. I was just reading through them. They just get me in the best frame of mind and remind me, how connected we really all are in our growth and our want and our desire to reach a new level of understanding about simple things, the universe, ethereal ties, getting on that positive vibration to help ourselves slow down and focus on what has meaning and importance in our life. And one of the big things for a lot of you guys is definitely love and your upcoming love. So let's check into that chapter of your life and see what's going to be happening in any messages from your soulmate as well. So we have 3 choices, you guys. Number 1 is Lioness and Protection. Number 2 is Rhinoceros and Moderation. And number 3 is Tiger and Will. I thought this was the absolute perfect time to do a read. I had such a blue ribbon day. It is ridiculous. Everything just flowed so beautifully. I decided when I woke up I was going to not rush, and I was going to allow for time each step of the way to go to the post office and deliver packages, to pick up Hagen's lunch, to go get him from school, to go grocery shopping, to do my reads. I'm not kidding you when I say I don't remember having to stop at one red light. There was nobody in the drive-thru at the food place. There was no bus or line or anything. I just hit everything at the optimal moment, and part of it was that I was using the law of attraction, and I was putting so much positivity in how the day was going to go and looking forward to it. It's the most beautiful weather I've seen in a long time. It actually is like light sweatshirt weather. I'm so excited. I love the cooler days of September. So all of that, it's just we decide, right? We decide what we're going to perceive as our upcoming energy, and we are looking for everything as great opportunities, ease and flow. That's what's coming. We always want to do that within our lovescape as well. So we are going to start with number 1, you guys, Lioness and Protection. So right away, a very strong message that's coming is they want you to know that you are universally protected and guided. And we always are when we slow down and we tap into that soul language. We understand that. We see all the beauty. We see like the beautiful cloud formations, the affection from our animals, the smile from a stranger, all of those things that are important that really tag us on to that beautiful, ethereal, silvery ties to everything that bind us in a lovely way. And it helps really bring to the forefront our caring, our sharing, and our being more aware of our needs and others, which I really love. So I'm going to pull 2 animal cards for 2 of their messages as well. And I love that, very shortly we are having the beautiful Virgo New Moon, which is more precise, like in directing us, because that Virgo energy really simplifies and clarifies things. So we're not cloudy. But I do have to say this, that if some of you guys feel like you have muddled thinking and you are cloudy or slow or all of that, it's simply our brains in overdrive trying to rid itself of non-essential information, like going back in the past and all of this. So it's almost like you are putting so much information on a hard drive or so many photos on your phone that has to go up to the cloud. It's like that, we can only operate so fast with discarding information and uploading and all of that. So some of you guys may feel for a day or two a little bit like muddled. That's temporary, and just in a couple of days it's going to be like, it's almost like those choppy waters all settle and you can see everything down into the deep depths of what you want, just like you'd see into the water, which is nice. So you have Polar Bear, which is saying brave, resourceful, and enduring. You're being guided to ignite your spark for life and triumphantly move forward towards your heart's desires. You possess the emotional and physical strength to navigate any landscape with grace and conviction. Absolutely. Remember, we can convince ourselves of anything, so why aren't we busy as hell convincing ourselves how capable we are of navigating, of not getting dragged into any turmoil, drama, or anything that makes us feel icky or heavy? We can just say, this is not for me. We don't have to say it out loud, but we opt out, and this is really good, because then there's no distortions on what's really important to us or what's important to others, right? What people are trying to get from us as opposed to where we're trying to go. And your soulmate wants you to know that right now you are going to be moving forward beautifully towards your heart desires. And because of this, you're elevating your frequency, drawing them in. You're going to have probably more dreams and connectiveness on that level. Also, ask your guide guides and spirits for help connecting to them, for receiving messages and synchronicities. Say, I would like to see these numbers, these feathers, these coins, these signs, and watch them start to arise. Just like I did today when I wanted to when I asked for smooth sailing on all my deliveries and everything that I had to do. Now, your next message from them is Bison, abundant success and personal power. These usually go hand in hand, because what happens is once we tap into our personal power, we know there's no stopping us. The only person that can stop us from succeeding is us, our doubt or our fear of the unknown. And so many people, they're like, F these comfort zones. I'm so tired of them. I am more driven right now to succeed and experience new things so I can feel vibrancy and like I'm really participating in the arena of life instead of just kind of like being on the guest bench watching everything. You really want to get in on this. And then abundance starts to show up in success and your aptitude to look for more success and be able to just catch it, on the wind, as it were, like, oh, I'm now looking for the things that help heal, grow, and provide for me, as opposed to the opposite. And I did little things like this today, and I was really proud of myself. Usually I'm utterly useless in the grocery store. I just grab whatever. I'm usually starving when I go in there, all this stuff. And today, Hagen and I went after school, and we were really methodical. Let's provide for this meal. Let's get that. Let's make this thing that Ian likes. Let's get all these things, well-rounded things for the morning, all of that. And it felt really, really good to not just go and leave with 64 pounds of cheese and some Smart Food popcorn, and that's it. Like, I would just grab whatever and let them go off, but we were very methodical, and that's part of it. Planning and knowing that we're capable of doing things for long-term health and sanity, right? You ever go in your refrigerator and you could swear you have something, you're like, why didn't I get that? Now this is a list-making time as well. And you'll be able to. But I love this. You're being guided to be flexible and go with the flow and allow things to happen rather than force them. And this is hard for impatience. I know that for sure. Oftentimes, if I'm making a piece, say I'm making a piece of jewelry, and I finish it off, but all I have left is like to do the closures or the clasps. That has to be done very, very specially, because you have to, it has to be closed off with this special kind of metal cinch. And then you have to feed everything through. Anyway, it's to make it strong and to last is like a 10-15 minute process. So if I'm tired and I feel that in any way, shape, or form I'm not going to be able to use my all my tools just the right way and get everything locked and solid, I will put it off to the next day. I don't need immediate gratification. I'm going to finish something when I have the time, effort, and focus to do that. Same thing for you, which is good. So you're going to be holding a strong hand every time you're navigating something or dealing with somebody, because you're going to be in a strong, rested frame of mind because you haven't worn yourself thin. And center yourself and resonate with your core values, and you will reap many rewards. This is definitely what I feel like this group's soulmates are doing right now, totally opting out of anything that is aggravating or distracting. And then everything that resonates, they're just going with the flow into that. Like, hey, I want to understand. I want to maybe learn some Spanish or German, or go to the West Coast or the mountains, or find out about these Buddha practices, or how to do Reiki, whatever it is. It's like they're really navigating some spiritual waters right now, and they want to expand, and they are reaping the rewards of it themselves. So let's see. We'll pull two of the beautiful island wellness cards for you too. These have a lovely texture, but they're so matte that they're hard. Oh, so we have the twin flames. Yay! Yin and yang, Zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, and complement each other. So your twin is saying right now that they're feeling this connectitude. Again, they are coming in balance too. We always need that yin and yang energy, and it's like it is coming together. There is a beautiful completion happening in your journey where it is very soon taking place. Like they are at their highest vibration and frequency and continually working on themselves every day to bring their best selves to the table, because of course we mirror one another, and they just want to be this beautiful, amazing, helpful counterpart in your life, as opposed to, still requiring shadow work or having issues. So clock. Need time, takes time, and time cycles time to heal and progress. Absolutely. In any divine journey, we really do need to say, okay, what do I really need to look at about myself, where I could moderate some changes right now. Like, do I overindulge in things? Am I reactionary? Do I have too many regrets that I carry around, heaviness, unforgiveness, things that I have to relinquish? Do I believe in the labels that other people place on me? Like, oh, daughter, failed at first marriage or whatever. These little things that come up with sisters and parents and stuff, and they label us and we start to believe it and we hear it over and over and over. And I have, quite a few clients that have had parents that didn't help them navigate positive waters, like, yes, you should be a singer, yes, you should try out for this, you'd be great at this. They did the opposite, and they made their daughters and sons doubt their abilities in a lot of areas and question themselves, which they never should have had to do, because of course they have what it takes to move forward and do things really, really well. And the clock will always remind us of that. And we do have to take into account that everybody's rate is different. So if you're having more present moment awareness and you're feeling good about yourself, you still may have a friend or two that's, negative Nelling everything, or, adding all these jabs or passive aggressive behaviors. And the fact that you're elevate will help you just sail right through that and go, you know what, that is their issue. Time will heal this. Again, I feel like if you have any, schisms or fractures in your family where you just, had a blow up with a mother, a sister, a brother, or somebody where you just didn't see eye to eye, time is very healing with that. I remember getting into arguments with people within my family going, there's no way I'm ever going to forgive you, and it's like, you can think at that moment, because that's when you feel your most fragile and you're most wounded, right? But again, like everything else, you scrape your finger, that wound heals. The same thing in our hearts and our minds. So allow for that and prepare for this, because they want you to know you are definitely being ignited to get this spark and move forward and reach for your dreams. And I'm really finding that when these divine counterparts show up, everything is aligned at that point. It's like you've got your mojo, you've got your confidence, you're starting to prosper, you're starting to feel good, because it's all the energy that you're attracting. So get ready for that. It's just onward and upward, really beautiful energy, group 1. So I love that for you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Subscribe. Yeah, I wasn't mentioning it for a while, and my subscribership was just kind of like stagnating at the same number where, there was always a steady incline, and that was part of it. So I'm making sure that I remember to say that. And also, you guys, all my links are down below. If you need a private read, I get it back to you within 48 hours. Come over to Instagram and get in on all my giveaways. It's some pretty cool stuff going on over there. And I DM you and let you know too. It's all just a luck of the draw. If you subscribe over here and you follow me over there, you're automatically entered. So you don't have to do any extra work. And thanks again, you guys, for the beautiful comments and feedback on my jewelry and everything. I appreciate it so, so much. So let's go on to number 2. I want to show you this. I got all excited. I was at the store. I love blue drinks, and kombucha had a limited edition. It's called Sacred Life. And I just wanted this bottle because I want to put like a single, I love it. It's called Revitalize, Re-Inspire, and Relive. And it's just really awesome. And I want to just put like a gorgeous sunflower or something in. So I'm going to have a sip of it. And, and then we're going to begin number 2. I was revisiting some of my older videos just to check the film and sound quality and everything. And in some of them I laugh because I'm always speaking with my head down because I'm looking up over the cards, and because of that, it's like I constantly have to swallow, and I make all these loud noises, so I'm going to be very conscious not to do that, because it's like I speak rather quickly in some of them too. So again, I'm going to try to slow my roll so you can really hear what I'm saying, because I know some of you, English isn't your first language, so I'm trying to honor that as well. Again, following this, right, number 2 now, we're on to moderation with the rhinoceros. I'm hearing right away from some of your beautiful divine counterparts. Don't punish yourself because you have anxiety. Don't harm your body with overindulging in salt and sugar and junk and nervous snacking and not leaving room for food that is nutritious and good for you. Also, some of you guys smoking or retaking up smoking, or maybe smoking a little too much reefer or whatever it is. It's like start to moderate, because what happens is it's very easy to reach for crutches, especially with what's going on in the world. We just kind of, some people just want to blank out. I'm funny, whenever there's an emergent or a state, I go the opposite. I don't want to numb out. I want to be hyper aware, because I feel very protective of my family, and I want to keep eyes on, is anybody getting depressed or whatever is happening. And so I become hyper aware and more healthy. I want to be strong mentally and everything for them. So, if I see anybody going off the rails, I'm on it. You know what I mean? And I have a funny disposition where I can't put any chemicals in my body. It just goes bonkers. I mean, reefer, alcohol, anything. It just goes, I zone way the hell out way too fast and I don't know what's going on. So I don't partake in any of that. But I am a sugar monkey junkie. And if I get stressed, I start eating Swedish fish and gummy bears like I'm going to the electric chair. So again, this is a good reminder, and we do have to remember that, our bodies are our temples, and it messes with everything. We overindulge in one thing, and what goes with chemicals, right? You lose your judgment first, not good. You start texting and tweeting crazy ass things. And I've had so many people say, like the celebrities always are saying, I can't believe I drunk text or whatever they do. So chemicals do that. So does anxiety. When we feel like our needs aren't being met, we start to come across as desperate in certain things for needing something, whatever it is. Need always creates that. Need plus ego creates havoc. So we're letting go of all of that. And that's what moderation is. I love this. So your divine counterpart wants you to know that you are going to be experiencing balance, harmony, and detachment. You're being guided to remove self-sabotaging thoughts, and feelings that no longer label yourself or others. Because when those come in, what do? We immediately go for that calming substance, potato chips, cigarettes, whatever it is, right? We're trying to self-soothe. Instead, going for a walk, breathing. I find just grounding out in nature, take those shoes off, walk in your yard. Deep breaths, you'll feel really good. Take a step back and find the harmonic balance within your life and its relationships. Align with your core values and embrace the magic of today. Because what I feel they are doing right now, your divine others and soulmates are really connecting with what really matters and what really makes me feel good and what makes me feel light and playful and joyful and young and tuned in. Like that's really their philosophy right now. They want to be tuned in because they want to observe, learn, and bring in that wisdom, because they want that within your relationship, where they're an excellent listener to you and what you have to say. Because I feel like so many of you guys really are sometimes probably under the obligation to listen to some ridiculous things like toddlers talking for hours and hours and hours and saying the same thing, and or friends and others, just whatever. You're relegated to that agony aunt. And now it's going to be so good for you to have someone that just really cares and is going to have deep felt, heartfelt listening and caring with this. So do have healthy detachment. My best days are when I'm not so invested in something that my nerves are assigned to frazzle if success doesn't take place. You know what I mean? With anything, even if it's one of my family members and they have a goal that they set, I have to have a healthy detachment. I don't expect them to get upset if I set a deadline or a goal for myself and I don't meet it. I don't see my teenagers getting thrown for a loop with that, so nor should I with them. And I used to do that when Hagen would get anxiety because he's in all these advanced courses and he'd have so much work, and he would get such stress that I would internalize that because I couldn't have a healthy detachment at that time. Now I'm learning to do this. Do this with your offspring. Do this with your significant other. Do this with whoever is around you, that sometimes you get such a vested interest you feel unwell. If you have parents that aren't feeling good or family members, being worried, it can do exactly that. You can worry yourself sick. That's where that saying comes from. So instead, send positive energy and healing into that, and then have a healthy detachment, because they want you to know everything's okay. And butterfly, mind, body, and soul transformation. They're going through this right now as well. You are existing in tandem. So what you're feeling, they're feeling a lot of, and vice versa. So all of a sudden, if you just get in a really good pick-me-up mood and you're really enthusiastic about life, that is part of what is taking place. You are in sync with them. You are synergized, and your synchronicities are starting to take place. Also, I do believe butterflies are going to be a huge spirit animal that pop in and connect you right now. You are being guided to embrace change and detach from what no longer serves you. Begin now to recognize your own beauty and elegance, and the world will do the same. Oh my gosh. Ezra, that card's for you for sure. I just have certain people that I get to talk with that I find that are so beautiful and blossoming and amazing. And I always found it strange that people don't find that within themselves. Like, I'll give you a for instance. And one time, and this isn't like braggadocious, but I was just talking to one of my friends that I work with, and I go, I can't believe this guy. What's he looking for in a woman? I'm like, you're not going to find someone who's spiritual, good looking, funny, athletic, has their act together, is giving, blah, blah, and I'm going on. And that person was so sweet. And they go, well, you have have those things. And I paused for a moment and I thought, well, yes, I do to a degree. And that is a nice feeling. But what happens is we hold ourselves to an impossible and crazy standard at times, right? We see all these things on Instagram. Everybody is so airbrushed to death that it's like, oh, so nobody has a wrinkle now and nobody has one piece of cellulite and nobody has one chipped nail. It's crazy. And that should not be what's of import in the first place. But know that what you have to offer, your beaming smile, your caring nature, is the beauty that they are seeking. That's what they're tapped into, your energy. I have to have one sip of my drink for a sec, because I'm just going to start to choke because I'm so excited about something that I just saw image-wise. I saw both, I see people, I see a couple, you and them, at the end of some kind of dock. It's like on a lakefront or on a big pond, and there's a lot of imagery of that, of you guys traveling and you learning some new things. Like I feel like a lot of them, they like to sail or canoe or do something in rivers and boats, and you're going to have these experiences together for quite a few of you guys, because I feel like that there's this peacefulness and placidity about being on the water for them, and for you guys too. I feel like a lot of you, and I feel like that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time together and having deep discussions in canoes, fishing, doing the coolest things. And I really love that. I want to see what's going on with your Love Island time cards. I'll pull two of these. I love that. The image was just so nice. It was just like your arms draped around each other's. I put these. I ended up drawing from the bottom where I got to draw from the top, because those are the other two that just came up before. So, boat! Oh my gosh, see? That was one of the images, but you guys will be doing things on water, but receiving what you need, progression arriving, moving on, closure issues. This is huge for a lot of you guys. You are, there are families issues. There are things that are habitual patterns that have been set that you're recognizing, and you're just saying, I just cannot go on this way. This doesn't help me. I'm in some weird pattern, like a vortex. I'm doing the same thing and it's not getting me anywhere. So I have made a decisive change this moment. I've decided I'm not going to do that any longer. When somebody says something to me and they're trying to make me reactionary, I'm not going to respond. I'm going to pause and breathe and just say, like, my one thing when people were crazy is very good, and then I just walk away. And I'm glad you got that out, or I'm glad you got to express that and walk away. That's it. Takes two to tango. Hang on to your energy, and you're going to be able to do that beautifully. You're going to close out a lot of weird tabs that are in your brain that have been open for a long time. Woulda, shoulda, couldas. If I only said this, you're just closing those tabs, and you're like, I want to be present moment aware right now, so I can feel the vibrations of my soulmate, so I can hear what they're trying to say and show and communicate to me big time. I love that. The Sword and the Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. This is really, really what's coming around the corner. I keep seeing all this too. I see all these great big, they're almost like doors that you'd see on the front of a castle, where you slide the big wooden beam down that closes it, where you're just closing that door on anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Look who just came in to say hello, Mrs. Moonbeamsies. She's another beautiful beast that comes and hangs out with me. But two, I feel like you're moving into your power because you're honoring yourself. What you say, think, and feel is going to be completely authentic. You're no longer tap dancing around any issues. You're no longer saying yes when you want to say no. You're just hardlining it. It's handled. Thank you. Revelation time. You know now where your life path is leading you and where to turn and what to say yes to, and you're really, really going to start to navigate beautifully. Their energy is with you, and they're really helping you and guiding you, and you're seeing the numbers and being able to map out things beautifully. And I feel like it's kind of like a resurrection of hope and direction, as opposed to, just that thought of why is life hard and why is this paycheck to paycheck, or would this big bill come up, and that's not even going to be your focus anymore. You're going to be like, this food is so delicious, this coffee is so wonderful, this music is the best, this temperature is delightful. Whatever it is, you're just tapped into that rhythm of appreciation and gratitude, and that's the frequency you should be at group 2, and it's going to be a rewarding place to be. Yeah, something about water, big time. So anyway, you guys, if that's you, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. It helps me so much, you guys, and your comments are so lovely. Yeah, I'm loving this energy so much. And again, all my links are down below. If you need a private reading, you want all the details, everything is down there for you. And I get back to you with your reading within 48 hours. And it's just like this. It's on camera and me discussing what's going on for you. Okay, and come over to Instagram and join me and get in on all the jewelry giveaway, all the free readings and everything. Each week I do that. And you're automatically entered just by subscribing over here and following me over there. I do a card drawing. Say I pull... yeah, just say I pull a P and a B, and if you're whatever, peanut butter, then you win. It's all, I just go up and I scroll, and then the first one that comes up and that wins. So come on over there. It's so much fun, and everybody over there is just beautiful and kindred, amazing spirits. So love and light to that. Okay, you guys, now we're going to go on number 3. And if you guys are curious, all my timestamps are down below in the comments. Awesome Gidget Joe and a handful of other amazing people constantly put them down there for me. So you just have to go down there and find them. Okay, brief pause, and then we're going to start with Tiger and Will. All right, I love me some blue kombucha, that's for sure. So right away, we're going to start. We have Deer and Bear. So they want you to know unconditional love, playfulness, and protective energy is around. You're being guided to rest and enjoy yourself and others. Create balance in your life and follow your truths. You will intuitively know when and how to take inspired action. You have immense inner wisdom and physical strength. Hallelujah. And remember to remind yourself of that. When I'm driving in my car, if anybody's Fruit Looping out and driving like total maniacal a-holes, I just say to myself, you're an excellent driver. Your dad was a race car driver. You can avoid anything within reason. You're protected in your car. Don't get just, I start to do chants, I'll go Om, Ham, Lam, and I'll just chill the hell out and just get in my rhythm. And then I'll think of fun things, which relaxes my whole body and actually makes me more aware of what's going on around me, all of that. But you're going to intuitively know like how to say, go ask for a raise, or hey, I thought I was going to be involved in a partnership. Can we discuss this? Just feeling really level-headed and calm and direct at this time. A lot of clarity. Also, you're going to have a lot of synchronicities and synergies taking place. So ask Spirit what those are. Get a pen and just start writing down certain numbers, certain things, symbols. You'll see them and they'll start to arise. It's a way that blank writing is huge for me too, where all of a sudden, I'll be just doing something that's very symbolic and those things show up. That's a way for Spirit to also help us with that. But also unconditional love for yourself. Now, Deer is speed, accuracy, and endurance. You're being guided to no longer stand in the shadows of fear and begin today to allow yourself to be seen. What you seek is there to be found. So take inspired action and a leap of faith towards your heart desires. Yeah, we always will. When we do what we aspire to do, we're on a different frequency. We're on a place where we know that we're capable and we know we're well suited for tasks, and we don't have to second guess ourselves or have fear. People that have social anxiety, of that nature too. And I've had people say when they've said to themselves, I'm not afraid of people. I can sit back and observe. I don't have to participate or lead the way. I can simply observe, and people can approach me, and then I can answer and then get warmed up. It's that sort of thing where we observe and then we kind of like take the long view, right? Like, let's really say we want to say hello to somebody or meet them or participate in something. You're now saying yes to it, and your soulmate wants you to know, do it, because once you do that and that ball starts rolling, it's amazing how much simpler your next step is to take and to say yes to life. Really, you are moving closer and closer. And like I said in my other reads, I absolutely feel that when our soulmates and divine counterparts, the closer they get, the more like empowered and emboldened we feel. We feel that vivacious, strong, grounded, safe energy. And we're able to get out of that comfort zone and really, really start to experience life on a different level. Abundance, this is part of the journey too, that abundance and prosperity start to show up as well. Keep a positive mindset and manifest exactly what you want. Yay, gratitude and bliss. When I start my day with this and I say thank you for the fact that I'm breathing, and I don't have a Charlie horse, or my circulation is good, and I'm inspired, and the house smells really good with fresh flowers and fresh baked bread or whatever. Everything that I can pinpoint that is pleasing brings up my gratitude level, and then more arrives. And so your particular divine other. I feel like they are a super, super law of attraction user and manifester, but most of it is because of the fact that they're on that high vibrational space of gratitude. They've lived their life that way by training themselves to do that. I feel like it may, and most people that really have a sense of gratitude, they have been through hardships, they have suffered loss, illness, death. That's why life is so precious to them, because now they know what has meaning is important, and it's not stuff, and it's not how many likes, it's not how many people follow you on Instagram. It's none of that. It is absolutely what kind of energy do you bring to a room, and are you present momently aware? Are you a good listener? Like, I have never had so much fun like I did today with Hagen, just at the grocery store and after unpacking the groceries and laughing and talking, because I decided I wasn't in a rush and there was no other place I'd rather be. And that's something your soulmate wants you to know. There is no other place they would rather be than with you, and that's why they're making their way fervently towards you. Kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. It's funny because I feel on the energy plane, your soulmate is so connected to your energy and is moving closer, day by day, that unconditional love is already there. And they want you to know that you may think you have these perceived flaws of yourself, but that is what makes you special. Our quirkiness, our uniqueness, our kind of thing that makes us kind of like stand out different is oftentimes our strength, right? That crazy laugh, whatever it is, that vivacity, it's just one of those things that really makes us special and unique. So never try to blend in. And also, that the more that we love and we give and receive affection freely and unconditionally, the more it returns, and it gains like a momentum and a health and a robustness, and it just permeates our life. And we no longer ever want to harm people, places, or things. We don't. We want to pick up our garbage along the way and keep that clean slate and have a smile. And we don't want animosity and drama, because the good things get clouded by that. And this is all about alleviating all that stress and negativity and just allowing love and freedom and a great vibration to come in. Wow, beautiful energy, group 3. Amazing. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read or anything else. My name is Melanie, and listen, also, you guys, if you subscribe over here and you come follow me on Instagram, my links are down below. It's Sparkrist11. You're automatically entered in all of my contests, which means all the free jewelry each week, the free readings, goddess provisions, whatever is on offer, you're automatically entered to win. And then everything else is down there to my Etsy store for all my handcrafted jewelry. And thank you guys for all your great reviews and your pictures wearing it and sharing on Instagram. I appreciate that so much. That's what we're here for, it all. Help and lift each other to grow and glow up together. So that is you guys. I am really excited. So love and light.